So that's the inside. Check that out. This is a first for me, but I really like it. I took a bite right there. I just put the bun and I just put some cream cheese on it, and it is really tasty. Really good. Look at that texture. We miss texture, don't we, on this diet? This will get you through. Okay, you guys, so this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to be using my NutriBullet as my blender. This is a 1.5 cups of Bob's Red Mill almond flour. So I'm going to use that. And then I'm also going to use 4 tablespoons of sour cream, 2 large eggs, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I took 1 ounce or 30 grams of mozzarella cheese and I just cut it up real small. And I'm going to be using this coconut oil cooking spray for my pan, and salt and pepper to taste. And for the tops, I'm going to be using just sesame seeds. So let's make some almond buns. Okay, baking powder. Throw in my 30 grams of mozzarella cheese. 2 large eggs. 60 grams going in. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. I like to get my salt in bulk and just keep it in one of these bad boys, little mason jar. And right now I'm gonna use this peppercorn medley grinder. I really like this one. It has black peppercorns, coriander, pink peppercorns, white peppercorns, allspice, and green peppercorns. These almond buns are basically going to be for, you know, sandwiches or whatever, breakfast sandwiches. So I don't want to put too much of that because it's has a strong flavor. This is how I do it. Okay, I'm going to give it the rest a mix by hand. It gets pretty thick, so you're gonna definitely want to give it a little bit of a stir and get all those little good bits from inside of the blender. So if you can see the consistency, it's very thick. So that might be a little too thick. Last time I used almond meal. I don't know if that makes any sort of a difference, but I don't know. I think I might just leave it alone, and the cheese will melt and it'll make it better, I think. So we'll see how they come out. When you use different ingredients, it will, well, there's a chance that it can change the end product, you know what I'm saying? I'm so lucky I found this pan. I got it at Savers, which is like, I know some people are going to give me shit for this, but it's organic coconut oil, soy lecithin, and some other things. Not the best, but it's very convenient, and you know, I don't use it that often. Now I'm going to try my best to evenly distribute this in my muffin top pan. Now, don't have to be super precise because I'm the one that's going to be eating all these. Most likely my mom might have 1 or 2. I might actually give her half of these just because, or maybe 2, because I want to try to make croutons again. But, so I'll try to get them as even as possible. She doesn't count her macros, but I do, so I just want to make sure that I'm, you know, going to be tracking correctly. So let me get this done. Let me speed this part up because this is going to take forever. If it's sticking so bad like mine is, you just want to use a little bit of water. A little bit of water for your fingers. Press it down to the shape of your bun. I can tell right now some of them are going to be a little bit bigger than others, but that's okay. I'll just eat those ones first. Now that you got your fingers all, your water all gross, just put a little bit of water on top. You don't have to put sesame seeds on. I just like them. I don't know, I like sesame seed buns, like the regular ones, but I don't eat those anymore, so gotta have my sesame seed buns. I don't gotta have it, but I like it. And you know what? People always say, oh, you don't replace bad habits with other bad habits. Well, eating a sesame seed bun, almond bun, isn't a bad habit. So don't listen to those people who say you can't have ice cream because it's a bad habit to break. You need to break that habit. No, it's ice cream. So you're gonna say, like, you know, don't eat steak because eating steak is a bad habit. Some people think it is. Do what you want to do. Make what you want to make. when you're doing keto in the beginning, my advice, I did not eat any of this stuff in the first like month at least. I stayed away from anything store-bought, like low carb ice cream, anything, like at least 6 to 9 months. I don't even remember. But honestly, you want to keep it as simple as possible. This is like a Keto Lifer type of recipe. Don't do this kind of stuff in the very, very beginning. Just try to stick with like lettuce wrapped and things like that, because first of all, it's easy. Second of all, it doesn't take a lot of ingredients. And third of all, there's plenty of time for almond buns. So just get keto adapted first, my advice, because this is almonds, and you can, you know, binge out on something like this and go way over on your carbs. So let's get this in the oven. Okay, you're gonna want to preheat your oven to 375, which I forgot to do, so we're gonna wait and then pop those bad boys in. Let me know if you guys like these kind of vloggy, talk through type recipes more than the other type of recipes where I just film it and then do a voiceover. All right, I'll preheat it, and just a little fun fact, it is almost noon and I haven't had my coffee yet, so I gotta hurry. Bye-bye. For about 15 minutes or until they're brown enough. We'll see you then when they're done. Okay, 8 more minutes to go. I'm gonna give you guys a halfway through how they look. And those are how they look halfway through. I'm getting some levitation on them. It's looking good. I'm gonna close it so I don't mess it up. Okay guys, I left them in for another minute, so 16 minutes for mine. Last time I made these, I made them with almond meal, so they were darker, so I was like not really sure if they were done yet, but if I can get this out of the oven with this big old huge pot holder, we'll be in business. Let's check out the bottoms, because the tops did not get as dark as the bottom, but look at that, it looks good. So what I'm going to do is just kind of offset them a little bit. Okay, so these are gonna cool, and I'll check back with you in a minute. Okay guys, so I just took my thumbnail and they're out of the oven. They're still warm, and this is what they look like. You know, they're gonna be like thin, obviously, but you know, you can't complain because they're tasty. So I'm going to take 2 of these and give them to my beloved mother.
Thank you, honey.
She ran over as soon as I told her I was doing this.
She's awesome.
She's just saying that because she's my mom.
No, even if I wasn't her mommy, I would say that.
So there's the almond buns. This is how I'm going to store mine. They're still a little warm, so there's kind of some condensation in there, which is not good. So you want to leave them open if you're going to do that. So I'm just going to let them cool here in the bags open until they're completely cooled, and then I'm just going to zip them up and leave them on the counter. And they'll be good for, you know, a few days. But then you can also cut them up and make croutons, which I did the other day, and they were amazing. I'm going to do a video on that, but I'm going to make the almond buns cheddar, because I want some cheddar garlic croutons. But so keep your eye out for that. But yeah, they can definitely be made into croutons, but leave them in the bag like this. You can put them in the freezer and pop them out like one at a time to use. That would be a great idea too. So I hope you guys like this recipe. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up if you did. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.